Hey guys, welcome back. So we are working on challenges. We're gonna make a blog and a testimonial section. We'll see where we end up. Maybe gonna grab a new challenge after that one. But yeah, let's do what we're supposed to do. Let's move that one. Um, let's open it up then. npm run dev. Okay, okay, great, awesome. So yeah, let's create something. So the first thing that we want to do here is create an h1 saying hello world. Okay, let's do a class name and a text of 64 pixels. Okay, so we know things are working, and let's create images times. No, let's create a times uh, a times images times 3. Okay, and let's create this one for now, and let's create the alt. So the first one and the second one is Havanese doc.jpg, and the second one is wolf on beach.jpg. I'm not sure if it's true. Okay, um, let's check the third one. Iceberg, lower hand, Greenland, JPEG. Okay. Alright. So let's create some class names. Class name, and this is going to be width of 150 pixels. It's going to have an aspect of square. It's going to have an object of cover. Okay. Now we want to wrap this inside a section. Section. Okay. Let's say the class name is going to be flex. Flex row. P6. Gap 6. Okay. Let's open it up. Let's open it here. Okay. So we have these images right now. Now we need to make the blog page. Let's replace this blog page to blog page 2. So let's go blog page 2. And let's also change the function. So blog page 2. Okay. So now we're gonna create blog page tsx refce. Okay. And then we will have the static block. There's 4 of them. That's fine. I want to have this on top so we can work with that. Static block is not used. Okay, that's fine. Now let's create some functions so that it works. So const slug is window location path, and then we need to split this one and pop. Okay, And then we can say const um, blog page is slug, no, static block dot filter, and then we're gonna say slug where the slug cannot be item slug. Oh, oh, item dot slug. Okay. Um, oh, how about I do it this way? Item, and then item cannot be the same as item slug, cannot be the same as slug. Okay, great. There's a path. Path does not exist on type location. Okay, what does exist? Okay, let me see. Hash host href origin port search replace href host name assign. No, it's fine. Not sure what the problem here is. We'll find out later. Okay, so now because we have this one, we're gonna open up our fragments, and then we're gonna say div actually, or I should say that set of set a section, section. Okay, and here I want to say um, the same thing. I want to say flex goal p6 gap 6. Okay, now um, let's load the content. So we're gonna map through it. So blog page dot map, and we're gonna say data, and let's open that and let's return it immediately. Okay. Um, the first thing what I want to do is open up the div, and this div is gonna have a key which is the same as data.id. Okay, and inside of there we want to have an image, and this image is going to be um, data dot image. We actually need to might need to put some things there, but we'll see. Data dot alt. Okay, we have the slug. We have to. We need some text. Okay, p. So this is going to be um, data.text. So this is how our blog map page is going to look like. So we're not going to do related pages yet. But yeah, at least this is working. Now we can go back to the app. And we already have this here, but we need some kind of functions. So const path is window location path. Const path window location path, and let me think. Mm, yeah, so we need to open up a function. Let me think about it. Mm, const. I think this is how you do it. If Phatt um, return return blog page. Okay. If Phatt is equal to uh, if Phatt includes, let me see, if Phatt includes block, I think that is a better way of doing stuff. Return block page. But I'm not sure how I'm gonna use slug here. How are you, Lisa? How are you doing? We're doing the block again, but this time it's just in one go. So uh, have funny dog. I'm not sure if it's gonna work. No. Okay, it's just referring to myself. So we need to do something about this. Can I just do this? Yes. No. Okay. But then let's include blog return blog page. Okay, that gives me an error. That's fine. Okay. I think this is wrong. Windows location. Phatt name. I see. Okay, then we need to change that to the other one as well. Phatt name. Oh, not like this. Okay, let's see if it works. Okay, not really. Well, kinda. It kinda works. Okay, let's go to the blog page. Okay. Um, yeah, we're mapping here. Um, data text. Blog Havanese dog. Well, it's kind of true, but then we need to put all these things here, and then this would work. Um, this is not really what I wanted. That's fine though. item slug cannot be the same as slug. Static block filter, path name pop, blog page. Okay, no. So this one is wrong because else it wouldn't give me these ones. Because we're not rendering over the static block. No, we're saying if the static block that filter, the item cannot be the same as the slug. But it still gives me that. So that's pretty interesting. Okay, let's see if the rest is working. How I want it to look. I only want to go to the specific one. So um, what it's doing here, what it's basically doing, it says the opposite, right? It says don't load this one. Oh wait, maybe I should do this. Okay, I got it. I got a wrong comparison. Okay, so this should work. Oh yeah, and I of course I need to give me a second. I think I did it in one go. That's pretty good news. Okay, okay, and wolf on beach, and this one is iceberg Greenland. Okay. Oh, we still have wolf here. Okay. Uh, Not sure why that is. Okay, this one works. This one works. Iceberg Greenland. Is it actually correct? That is the question. So let's go to the blog page and let's go to Iceberg Greenland. Let's go to the app. Okay, works. Oh, I should this. Okay, this works. That is something I wanted. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the blog page and below the section, I'm gonna say related post. And let's do a class name of text 36 pixels. And let's do another color text orange 400. Related posts. Okay. And let's make a section. And this section is going to be class name is going to be flex row P6, which is padding 6, gap 6. Okay. And here we're gonna set a conditional soon. Okay. How do we want to do this? We will actually want to do the opposite of this one. So instead of blog page, we're gonna say related post, and we're gonna say this cannot be this one. And then in that case, we should say related posts and the exact same thing as here almost. Let's actually copy the whole section to save time. Okay, we're gonna say related posts, and we're not gonna say text, we're just gonna say the image, and that should load the other images. Okay, this should have a class name, and the class name is class name is aspect square object cover, and a width of 150 pixels. Okay, and then we should wrap around this with an 8 anchor tag. And this anchor tag should have a ref. Let's see if we have something. Yes, we do. So we can say open up this power dynamic block, and then we're gonna say open this up, and this is going to be slug. I think this one will be correct. Nice dog. Okay, this one won't work yet. Let's think about a slug then. String or undefined. It is wrapped around the image. Okay, so let's go to our normal page. Let's go to a block. Okay. Um, Consolated post filter. Yeah. Um, Let me think. P6. I'll show you. P6 is 1.5 padding or 24 pixels. Gap 6, which only works with Flexbox and Grid, makes a gap between the items. So this is 24 pixels between each other. So it works with okay. This should go to slug wolf on beach blog. We're missing something. I have to think about it. So when I click on it, it doesn't go to the blog because it needs to return the blog post the same as this one. So we're gonna go here and we're gonna say if slug includes this one, return the blog post. Okay, that doesn't work. Nice try. Oh, it's returning itself. Uh, that's not good. That won't work. Um, no, this is not gonna work. This should work because we have the slug, which is this one, which will return women blog slug when we click on the items. But unfortunately, it's not working. Hmm. Let's see what the console is saying. So let's go here and let's go. Okay, there's nothing in the console, right? So let's put it here for a second. Okay, it just renews the page. This is not what should happen. So let's go to the monitor and let me see what happens. Okay, it opens, doesn't open the page. Nope. Okay, so here's our mistake. The related post is our mistake, but the blocks normally are working. Data ID, data alt, Let's see here. Alt, Havanese dog. Okay, let's see what we have. Here, block, wolf on beach. Here, block, wolf on beach. And if I click here, if I go to this one, for example, let me lower this one. Um, Related post section div, which has a class, and then it has wolves on beach with the source. Okay, this is one. Uh, oh, I see. It's rendering all of them is rendering wolf on beach. That shouldn't be. Um, let me think about it. Data.slug. Wolf on beach. All right, got it. Okay. Now that worked pretty fine, right? I think I got it how to make a blog, right? This is not the most optimal way to make a blog, but it works. That's the most important part. The optimizing can always be you can forever optimize, right? So this is not the point right now. The point is that I can make the exercise. Okay, let's do the more difficult one, and let's study that first before we're gonna do that. So let's remove all of these, and let's remove this one, and let's make this blog page. Okay, let's go here. This is not the same blog page, so that's why. Okay, this is not the same blog page. Uh, that makes sense because there's nothing to return. Blog page. Great. So this one is the other one, right? That we created last week. So, okay, let's go to the app. This one. And we're gonna try to make a testimonial. But first we need to study the testimonial. So we're gonna study how we did it last time. Because there's a lot of things. Okay, we need some constants, right? Name, image, text, ID if I want to, right? Then these are the buttons, right? I want to say the previous state should be the state depending on the length of the testimonial. And this one goes in the previous state. Then we're going to say that text name and image should be the values. Because this is what it means. It means the testimonial in the array opens up the values, which is set to image. So I'm storing all these values inside the index. This is a bit verbose, but this is a way of doing it. Okay, and here we're not rendering anything, right? We're not like looping through anything like that. We're just saying like, hey, we want to have an image, a name, and those kind of stuff. Now the order is that we have a container, we have a card, and we have the content. Right? This is the content. So cart container. Okay. Uh, the container is 300 pixels. I actually see a little bit of an error here. Is the data container is 300 pixels. Do we have anything else? Not really, right? We say everything justifies center. The most important part here is that the cart has a padding, so it's inside of the 300 pixels. Um, and this is like a border pixels, okay? And then we have the text on click back, and these ones are outside. Okay, let's give it a try. So let's delete everything. No, you know what? I'm gonna create a new one that is here, but I'm only gonna copy the testimonials, and obviously I need this one, right? Index, this one. Okay, let's try it. Okay, and also let's return the use state. Okay, these ones. So we saw a couple of things. We saw a button like const next. So let's do that first. And we saw another button which is called back. Now I'm going to call it back, but you can call it preficious if you want to. So these things were important, and we were storing the data which we would destructure, which was name, image, text. We were storing that into the testimonials index, because we're storing everything in the index so we can use it later. So that was important. And then let's open up this one. We're going to say set index, preficious state, and then it's preficious. Let's open this one. Preficious plus 1 divided by testimonials.length. Length. Am I missing something? Yes. Closing tag. Okay. Then we need to do the same here. We're gonna say -1 plus the testimonial length. Okay. Now let's open up the section. Let's do class name. We're gonna say flex. We don't have to do anything but this one. So flex p6 gap 6. Okay, that's the first one that we needed to open. Now we had a couple of things. We had a div that we called um, data container, and we had another div that was the data.cart. And these ones need to be inside of each other. So, so this one, and the third div was the content. Okay, so this one, and it's gonna say data content. Okay, so we have these ones. We wanted to have a width of 300 pixels, and we want to have MX auto, and we also wanted to have let's do padding 1 everywhere. Now the card itself, I wanted to have a border of 1. Let's now it's time to open up this one. A border of 1. um, let's do flex, um, justify center and item center, so everything is in the middle, and flex call because I want everything in to be a column, so stacking, and I also want to um, um, yeah, have a gap of like 4. Okay, so we have a couple of things here that we want to open in our content. First of all, we want to have, let's see, the name. So I'm just gonna say p name, and let's create a text of 24 pixels. Let's see. Okay, we have a name, and I actually want to have a background. So background is going to be uh, this one, and I want the text to be white. Okay, that's fine by me. I actually wanted this one to be smaller. Let's do like 20 pixels. Okay. And actually, I want the card here, what we have. I want this to be rounded, rounded XL uh, here, so that we have some rounding. And let's create some padding. Let's do padding of 4. So there's some space. Okay. Now we have the name already, which should be this name. Um, so we're gonna say name, which will be these ones, right? Depending on which one it is. This is the first one. So the second one, I want to open up an image, and this is going to be image, and let's do this as a name as well. So we have a name. Okay, I already see a mistake. Um, I think that the flex here, we should do it at here. So this one here. Okay. Um, let's make a class name, and let's make the image also rounded. So rounded is going to be XL. Okay. And I want to have the same things for the image as well. Let me think. With 200 pixels. Okay. No, maybe with just full. And I also want this to have hmm, object cover and aspect square. This is my favorite way of doing stuff. How about video this time? Video. Okay. 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 We have this one. Now we want to open up the other thing that we have, which was text. Okay. And we want to have a class name of text 16 pixels. 6 pixels, and font is gonna be semi-bold, and the background is going to be cyan 400. Okay, so you have something here. Now we need to go all the way to the section here. Well, we can open it up anywhere, but that's fine. Let's create 2 buttons. So button times 2. So we have 2 buttons. Okay, and let's wrap around a div, and this is called data button. So we have that inside of some kind of stack. Okay, and this is going to be back, and this is going to be next. Okay. Maybe I should include it 1 step back. Let me see. Maybe 2. No, like this. Okay, this is fine. Okay, it's outside. So let's create a padding of 6. Padding of 6. Let's do flex, justify center, um, item center. That's fine by me. Uh, yeah, no, I want to have a, okay, and I want to have like a gap of 10. Okay, now both of them is going to have a background. So class name, first I want to have a text of 24 pixels. I want to have a background of, let's see, here, like really ugly, right? Text white, and let me see, width full. That's probably not gonna work, but oh, that's fine. Okay, great. Now let's do both on click. So on click, and one is gonna be back, one is gonna be next. So let's start with back, and let's go to next. I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but this is my solution for now. Okay, works. Awesome. We did it like in one go. Very amazing result. Okay, that was pretty good. So let's I'm not smart. I just practice a lot. Thank you. Okay, let's do some flexibility. Let's try to imp improvise. So let's do const autoplay. I'm not sure how it works. I have to look it up. So we're gonna say set index autoplay. I'm not sure if that works. No, not this one. Autoplay this one. No. Let me look up the documentation about the autoplay function, and then I know how to implement that. Hopefully, autoplay. Okay, okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, const document get video play false, has played false, has played true. Okay, it's just play. Uh, play. Oh, I'm not sure it exists. Cannot find name play. Hmm. Maybe I should do that in a use effect, by the way. Okay. So this is a little bit too much to ask. Let's do the pause. Uh, pause, play, pause. Does pause do exist? Also doesn't. Okay, so that's something we can improve on. I think this is a good question with ChatGPT because I don't know how to do this. I think it's gonna be in a use effect. So let's see. Suggested approach, set index play. Yeah, but this I'm doing this, right? Cannot find name play. Cannot find. Do you mean on pause? This is React. Okay. Mm, okay, so now I kind of did it right, but it does need a previous state. Okay, let's try it. Okay. Did you mean on pause? Can I find name pause? Did you mean on pause? Let's see what ChatGPT has to say that. Okay. Okay, no worries. Okay, so I don't think this is gonna work because I think I do need what they say here, like autoplay and um, autoplay, pause play. I'm not sure that's just gonna work. Let's try it. Let's call this one uh, play and pause. Okay. I don't think it's gonna work. No. No, that's gonna work. Okay. Good enough. I'm happy with the results, and I think we can do this as extra. So what we're gonna do then, we're gonna do it in a different way because these ones are working. And then, okay, okay, let me see how it does it. It uses a ref. I'm not, um, I don't want to use a ref. Let me see. It's using a use state. It's true. Auto play is set is playing is true. Set is playing is false. If isn't playing, don't set return. Else set interval next to 2000. Return interval. Okay, so cleaning up and depending on is playing. Mm, okay, this is a pretty good solutions. What other solutions do you have? What other solution do you have? We don't want to set tickers. External library, transition effects. If you want smooth transition control, you can request instead of ticking every 2 milliseconds. Okay, we don't want to do with the effects right now. Okay, we had something yesterday or 2 days ago. Let me see. Blog page, testimonials. I don't see it though. Regarding explanation. Maybe it's somewhere here. Okay. No, this is only the blog. This is only on accordion probably. Okay, so I didn't talk about it. That's fine. Okay, so let's see what a good solution is. I like this solution to be honest, but let's see the ref solution just in case. So let's see what it has here. So interval ref is use ref null. On play, if interval ref current, return. Interval ref current, set interval next to that. Oh, that's actually a clean solution, to be honest. And then you set on the autoplay, you set the ref. Let me see. Play. You set, where's the ref? I'll see the ref. Give me a second. Okay. Button on click autoplay. Pause play. So where's the ref? You only loses the ref here. Oh, because it uses an interval ref? Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. So if interval current is returned, prevent multiple intervals. Interval current, set interval, change every 2 seconds. Yeah, because an infinite loop is good. If interval current, set interval, clear interval, interval current set to null. Okay. And then um, you're using a use effect with autoplay. So the autoplay amount, return cleanup amount. I see. But then it's for both solution if I also need to use effect. Let's see the other one. Okay. So we have set is playing true, set is playing false, and then we have this one. There's a way cleaner solution, to be honest. Then if is playing cannot be playing, return. Then set the interval ID. Oh, where did we have that again? Oh, it's a new one. Const interval ID. Set interval next for 2 seconds. Return. One problem here is that this one prevent multiple. It, it doesn't prevent multiple ones. Okay, so I'm gonna say um, this solution um, does not prevent multiple intervals. I don't think so. Yeah. Oh, okay. UI guard could be. Okay. So I was right that it creates an issue. So that means that the other solution was better. So this solution is better with the use ref null. And then if it's currently active, return it, and then we set the interval. Okay. And if it's current, you clear it on the pause. And then yeah. I think this solution is more effective because this solution makes sure that there's no infinite loop. Okay, so this is something we can study for the next time. So I'm gonna put it here. We can study that like tomorrow. And we're gonna do a new exercise today. Um, Let me think what would be a good exercise. How about a multi-step form? Okay. How about React multi-step form? Okay, let's see. Let's see how it does. Okay, set form data. Okay, handle submit. What is handle submit doing? Final data, form data. Okay, console logs it. Okay, so let's see. What is it doing? Let's study it. And let's remove this one. So we open up a form data here as an object with name, email, password. So every step, step one has form data, handle change, and the next step. Okay, and this one only has previous step. Okay, the next step is just count up. The previous step is one count down. Handle change. Okay, set form data, save the previous data, and the name is the value. So name is the value what we're targeting. Okay, then when we are done, we click on submit. Okay, so let's go to step one. Step one says form data, handle change, next step. That makes sense because we wanna on the first form step we wanna do a next step. We want to handle the change because handle change actually does this, right? It saves the form data, what we currently have, and says that the name is the target value. Okay, so form name. Okay, enter your name. Okay, name is name, enter your name. Okay, next step. You click on next step. Then we have an extra one, which is previous step. Email, name email, form data email, handle change. Okay, but now I'm a little bit confused because we say form data and e-target name is e-target value. Okay, so I need to think about that for a second. Let's go to step 3, form data, previous step, handle submit. Okay, yeah. Confirm and submit. Okay, so we only do the name and the email. I see. Name, email, password. We don't have the password here on step 3. Button on click, handle submit. Input. There's no input here. Okay, let me see. Um, Enhancement. Add percent of overall validation using a performing progress indicator. Step X of Y or a progress bar. Dynamic stack. Allow skipping steps based on answers. No. Persistent state. Use local storage context base. Okay, so this is something we can enhance, right? Okay, this is pretty interesting. I want to ask what this does. So, what does this mean? E-target name. It's computing property names in JavaScript. E-target. When an input changes, React passes the event object to the handler. Yes. E-target refers to the DOM element that triggered the event, in this case the input field. What is e-target name? eToken name is the value of the name attribute. Oh, I see. So it targets this one. Okay, I see. Yeah, square bracket lets you use a dynamic key in the object literal. So this, yes, this makes sense. Key value. Yeah, forgot about this, by the way. Yeah. When a user types alice.com in the email input, name is email. Which language shall we have if we move? No, I don't want to have that. Okay, so this is for tomorrow. So we studied it. We're gonna study it tomorrow and we're gonna make it. And as an extra, I wanna have a progress bar. Progress bar or step indicator. Um, Implement a step indicator. We have 3 steps already, right? Okay, let's see. Steps, name, email, confirm. Okay, that is way too much. Integrate it in your app. Okay, that is actually asking a lot. Um, let's do progress bar. Progress bar instead. Okay, let's see. Okay, that looks a bit simpler. Steps, the total steps times 100. Okay. Filled bar, background bar. Yes, so this is an empty one. And this is the percentage. Yeah, that's this one. So it gives a number. Oh, the width is the percentage. Okay, that's very smart. I like that. Okay. I think that is it. We already crossed the hour for today, and I'm doing 1 hour a day because we finished our projects already, right? That is something you have to remember that this month is going to be more chill. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow we're gonna do the multi-step indicator, and we're gonna also try to add the autoplay and effect and those kinds of stuff. So see you around. Thank you so much. See you later, Lisa.